And we're back. Hello everybody, DarkPhoenix Gaming here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate, Toby's Tale. Last time we left off, we were down here in the wilderness killing some ogres to find a belt, and there's still a good chunk of the area we have yet to explore, but there's also a bunch of bandits and things down here, so
Of course.
I'm just going to check out the things we can get to by actually following the road, and then if either A, we die and I have to reload the game as a result of that, B, a character dies and I decide to reload because I don't want to be messing around with rezzing people and shit, or C, I just run into something I think I can't handle. If any of that stuff happens, then we are going to just be heading back to the Friendly Arm, because I still need to collect my reward for that belt. And you're probably noticing that my voice sounds a little bit funny, and the simplest, most straightforward answer to why is that I am a little bit ill right now. I have a slight little cough going on at the moment. Oh, it's those bastards. Who, unfortunately, like to shoot arrows at us. So let's run away like the little bitches that we are. Because I really don't feel like we are in any shape to take them on. I mean, they hit Monteron that one time and just look at how much damage they did. We're in no shape for a fight right now. That much is for sure. So I'm not going to go seeking one. We are instead just going to head off to Candlekeep. Sorry, did I say Candlekeep? I meant the Friendly Arm. So now, let's go and
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
our ogre friend. Why are some of you walking slower? That's kind of weird.
Oh, yes.
Now, let's check the journal real quick and see what we gotta give them. Let's see. Rogue ogre with a belt fetish is the one we've got. I think that's it. For quests, if I'm not misremembering, but let's check to be sure. Let's see. There was the gnome with the Friendly Arm, who we still need to head to Beregost and clear out her house to get paid, but Landrin... yeah, that was Landrin I was talking about, yeah. So there's also the Dwarven Cleric over in the inn, who will visit her. We also have plenty of stuff to sell. But let's check. How are we on gold right now? 300. I am going to pop into the church real quick in this here Temple of Wisdom and see what I can do about a couple of... For a bit of respectful coin, we can hear what ails thee if you need. I'd like to see what you have. We can buy and sell things. How much is it to identify our magic items? 100 gold per item, and we have rather a lot of magic items, so that ain't happening anytime soon. For most of them, I mean. I will spend 100 on identifying that gem, just so I can sell the damn thing. But other than that, not until we do some proper buying and selling at the inn. as identifying is a rather expensive process with all the modifications I have installed, just because a lot of things cost more. Identify is the same price, but it's more expensive just by virtue of the fact that money is a lot more precious. So there's more to spend it on. And Monteron is busy giving Khalid shit. Wonderful. Hey, tongue tripper, you ever charge the foe like a man, or don't the wifey approve such goings on? Oh, you were just asking to be booted out of the fucking party, man. Yeah, Toby does not like Monteron. That much is obvious. It simplifies your task in that you know where the rear of the enemy formation will be. This, I've noted, is the side of an enemy you prefer to address in any case. Whichever works best, I can do face-to-face, as you'll find out some fine day. I await your pleasure. But for this time, we must concentrate jointly on the iron shortage. May I assume you had some notion in addressing me beyond an exchange of pointless insults? I was curious if ye had a single notion of tactics under that chamber pot, as serves ye as a topper. I see not, though. If you prefer to charge blindly forward rather than assessing your foes as they come to you, I'll have no fear of your tactics when the good day comes. Yeah, Monteron and Czar are quite firmly on my get rid of the bastards list. They're not going to remain in the party for long. That's for certain. But, my good friend, I have a bit of selling to do. And that sunstone gem we identified there is only going for 12 gold, so that was not really worth it. Goodbye, Morningstar. Plenty of bandit scalps. Bandit scalp I could sell, but how about not? I will get rid of a few of these extra items, though. That we have the other members of the party lugging around. Let's see here. Far too many swords that I'm not going to be getting any use. Khalid. You can also sell those short swords. No, we're not going to need them. Toby, sell the short sword as well as the leather armor. I'm gonna keep the rest of the stuff for the time being, but that was kind of pointless. Seeing as we actually lost money in that identified transaction, which is quite unfortunate. I don't appreciate transactions where I come out with less money than I went in with, which is definitely the case here. Now I just need to find our belt buckle friend. Unshay. Yeah, that's it. He was a weird one, weren't he? Ugh, I can still smell him on you. I'll pay you 10 gold pieces for returning the girdle and another 60 to find the nearest bath. Going to insult me, are you? Some experience, and Jaheira has leveled up. Toby can go over and rejoin the party, and I'll see what we can do about the level up. Let's see how everyone's looking as far as leveling up. Imoen's getting pretty close, which is excellent, because then I can start doing the thing I'm planning with her. Those two I don't give a damn about. Jaheira has leveled. And Khalid's still got a while to go. So what does she get for this? Doesn't actually get any points to put into anything. Thaco is reduced by 1, so she's harder to hit. And that is basically it. I'll save the game.
Something you need.
And now I think it's time to rent a room, because a good chunk of the party is rather injured, so I think we need somewhere to rest. Those royal rooms are great, but they really are expensive. Same with noble. I'll spend the 25 gold on a merchant room, I think. Just rest and heal up. Found anything of interest in our collective pocket as yet? Czar, I am trying to sleep here. God. No, just lint and crumbs. Why? You're holding something back? I'm not. Just the poor tools of my trade, as you have those of yours. A surgical knife and gloves, parchment, quills, ink, a ball of gut string, 4 empty ceramic vials, and 2 sealed vials that feel empty. Wow, Imoen does not does not skimp out when she decides to size someone up for if they're worth robbing. I'll give her that. What are those stoppered with, anyways? It isn't cork. It seems more like some kind of tar. You have been curious. They are non-reactive plugs made by specialists back at my acquaintance. One never knows when one might wish to preserve a specimen. Alright, Czar, you are officially the creepiest motherfucker I have ever met. Specimen of what? Don't ask him when you do not want to know. One never knows. Well, just the other day, I espied what I took for a specimen of true happiness. Last, it fled before I could make certain of it. But that happens to you a lot. All things come to those who aspire and wait for someone to finish their drudge work. Damn their idle bones. Why can't they do their work and let me get on with mine? Maybe you haven't waited long enough yet. Probably not. Do you like a jelly droppy one? From you, I think we would be more concerned that it would secretly be poison or some kind of drug to knock Imoen out so you could experiment on her or something. Yeah, is it becoming obvious yet that I don't trust Montaran or Czar? Because I don't trust Montaran or Czar.
Your voice is ambrosia.
You did promise to go to Nashkel. Our delay is making me tense. I'm not nice when I'm tense.
Ready and
Yeah, well, I want to level up some more before we go there.
Could we cease the incessant noise? 'Tis such a pain behind the eyes.
yes.
I am not taking the broken sword with me.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
But we are going to be heading to Beregost to deal with our friend's spider problem. Come up in the inn and pick up her possessions. It's a job that's going to pay reasonably well. Provided my own tweaks haven't altered things too much, that should be a few hundred gold for this job, at the very least. We gotta go south through this
You
forest.
have been waylaid by enemies.
Yeah.
Nature's servant or the group.
Ye spoke at me?
We've been attacked
Can I, if none are better?
by animules.
This better be good. Go suck your blade.
Something you need? You are no match
Yes.
for my skill. Ready and able. Onward then.
Well, that ambush was easy to deal with. 35 experience out of the mix. Random encounters. Don't you just love them? Anyways, we gotta get going. We have to make it through these bastards that were blocking me last time and get to Beregost for our next quest.
My blade will cut you down to size.
I must.
Please stay back. You're a wizard and therefore not a melee dude.
Something you need?
Okay,
Ready and of course.
that's been dealt with. No problems, despite you hear it taking a few knocks in that random encounter.
Oh, my heart's really not in this.
Something trouble you?
Yeah, your face. Now please, do some magic.
Death be in me if I don't get help.
Okay,
Yes,
Jahira, please heal Montaron. Or Toby could die. That's also a way this could go. Because, of course.
Yes.
And now we're back here.
Of course.
Note to self, when I get to the forest this time, quick save. There we go.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
Now hopefully I won't have to repeat all of this. Just because I forgot to save. I always find that kind of annoying when I forget to save, so we have to do an entire area's worth of questing over again. I mean, I still do it and all, but it's annoying nonetheless.
For the fallen!
Something.
Montaron, why are you trying to go melee on their asses? You're a fucking wizard, for crying out loud.
Something you need?
Well.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Now we quick save. Just in case things go horribly, horribly wrong again.
Ready and able.
We have to kill us a few bandits
You're a
because
queer fellow.
those idiots do not know
This
when
way.
to give up.
Ye spoke at me? I'll do your toil. Your voice is ambrosia.
Nature's servant awaits.
Can I help you?
And Toby immediately dies. Why the hell not, I suppose. Why wouldn't he immediately die because our enemy's got a critical strike in on us? Wonderful.
Of course.
Well, let's see if we can't actually skirt around these bastards. There's one of them there who's trying to go after us. And they did some damage, but it's only Montaron. And really, who cares about Montaron?
Spoke at me? I'll do your
Or
toil.
Czar, for that matter.
I feel so cool. You're a queer fellow. This way.
Imoen, though, is a different matter.
Oh, my heart's really not in this.
But the rest of you Go fuck yourself. Seriously, go fuck yourself.
Something you need.
And those kobolds are being a right pain in the ass. Considering that we are not getting nearly enough experience for our trouble. It's only 7 for those assholes. Which I am not satisfied with at all. I'll take the 7 gold though.
Ready, just as I thought.
There's some kid over here. Jace, let's say hi.
Funny looking.
Don't you be getting any closer, or I'll have Mom come and give you the belt. Yeah, relax. I don't want to hurt you. Oh, sure, but that's what that other group of bandits said. And then they went and attacked the caravan I just saw leave. They're a bunch of liars, probably like you. Get lost. Wow. That kid is just rude. Really rude. Let's quick save again.
Yes. Onward then.
What you want? I'm gone.
This better
You
be
two
a
run away.
circuit blade.
Can I help you? If none are better.
Well, that would be Toby's death. And that is the reason why I save. Because I am going to die a lot in this playthrough. And this way I don't have to redo absolutely bloody everything.
Perhaps this group needs not quite as much help as I thought.
But now, we're going to go over here. Check out what's in this area of the map. Alrighty, everyone. I'm back for the moment. Sorry for that little pause. I had a phone call from my aunt who just wanted to ramble at me for no particular reason. And is trying to convince me that I should write a book about history or some such. Honestly, if I ever did decide to write my own book, it would probably be either fantasy or science fiction, because I enjoyed talking about history and stuff, but it's not something I would really want to write about, I don't think. As much as I enjoy reading about it and watching history documentaries, writing my own history book is not something I ever think I would really particularly enjoy doing, so that's just a straight up no. Not that I actually told her that, mind you. Just because she kept on talking and I just couldn't be bothered to reply, really. Not that I dislike her or anything. You know. Just one of those things you get with family sometimes where you do not want to correct their assumptions for whatever reason.
You're a queer fellow.
Something you need. I wouldn't dream of refusing.
He spoke at me.
Anyways.
Nature servant for the group.
Can I, if none are better?
Your voice is
My heart's really not
What
in
you
this.
want? This way.
Let's try and kill them.
To battle.
No.
With no
Down the
regrets.
bastard, please.
Something you need.
There we go.
Ready and able. Oh yes.
And unlike everyone we fought before, these guys actually have loot on them. I'll be taking some of it. Or in this case, all of it. We're pretty badly beat up.
Just as I thought.
I've explored a good chunk of the map, but I want to see what's up here. Oh, it's that looted caravan we were hearing about before. I'm going to quick save and try to rest till...
Stop touching me!
You've been ignoring me? That is very unkind of you. No, just ain't had much to say, is all. Then heed me now, child. How many deaths do you bear within you? Woo. Just one quick, painless one, I hope. Truly, I'm one of the children who someday have, and their children and theirs. Consider this multitude lining up before the pit of death like gladiators in the arena. Are you trying to creep me out, Czar? 'Cause you're doing a great job of it. Oh, then pass me my blue blankie, would you? It's just beside your knee there on the sward. Yeah, fuck you, Czar. Fuck you. Again, the two of them are on my list of people to boot from the party as soon as I find someone better. And as to who this someone better is going to be, unfortunately, we rested without interruption. As to who someone better is gonna be,
Methinks you'll be
I have
pushing up daisies before
plans
the eve is through.
for who that's going to be. But we have to deal with these bandits, and those replacements won't come along until I reach Nashkel. Boy, are you the wrong thing in the wrong place at the wrong time. There is no surrender for carrion like these. Have to kill you now. Nothing personal, you understand? Yeah, fuck you.
This better be good.
Onward then.
Methinks you'll be pushing up daisies before the
Okay.
eve is
You
through.
have need of me? I can but try.
Yes, oh.
As you direct.
What need ye dead? Go suck your blade.
Yep. I'm gone.
I kicked him in the head till he was dead.
Okay.
Dead. I kicked him in the head till he was
Now let's finish these assholes off. Yeah, sorry, Montaron. I do not actually care that you're dead. Yes, I am that callous about it.
I care not. I've done had enough of this.
Something you need?
Something troubling you?
Cast your spell. And now, let's finish off the last one. And no, Montaron is not getting resurrected. As for why Toby would do something so callous and, well, un-Toby-like, the main reason is just because
You've attacked.
Montaron is a bastard and one of the most morally black, for lack of a better phrase, people we have ever met. So Toby was never really all that eager to bring Montaron along for the ride.
I could do no other.
So now that he is dead, we are not going to waste far more. We are not going to waste gold and other resources that are far more useful in other places by attempting to resurrect someone that we don't give a damn about. That's long and short of it anyways.
Yes. I wouldn't dream of refusing.
Now though, we got a suit of some more heavy armor, so that will be something for Khalid to make use of. Let's see. There's only 5 of us now, though, so I'll be swapping out the dead Montaron for a more useful party member once one shows up, as I would like to stick with a party of 6, quite frankly. But I'm going to hold off on doing any inventory management until we are in Beregost proper. Which should be very soon indeed. Because here we come.
Good day, my lady.
Fine day to you, sire. Such a fine gentleman, wouldn't you say? What do you want?
Here we are in Beregost. What do you think? As Imoen cropping up. Yeah, it looks great to me. What do you think we should do first? Let's find a nice place and get some rooms. I haven't had a hot bath in ages. Say Felderposts is a good inn. We should try there. After that, I'm going shopping. We need some supplies. Let's see. We need a new frying pan since you ruined the one we have. Excuse me, I ruined it? As I recall, you were the one who left it on the fire all night. Details, details. It was your idea to have me cook. What else? Some new blankets, soap, lantern oil, spare tent pegs. I think I kind of misplaced your hunting knife, so we'll have to get a new one of those. I need some new clothes. My pink tunic got ripped in that last fight. Imoen, all of your tunics are pink. And your cloaks, and your boots, and your gloves, too. But that was my favorite, so I'll need a new one. There's lots we need. Hope we have enough money. Well, come on, Slowpoke. I want to have a look around. Oh, classic Imoen. Never change. Need directions? You seem a friendly sort, so I thought I'd offer my services as a guide. What do you need from the town of Beregost? Well, first of all, we need a good smithy, some well-made weapons and armor, and I'd like to sell a few of them as well. And the best smithy in all the realms, Tarum Thunderhammer Furum, runs the Thunderhammer Smithy in the eastern side of town. He has a few exceptional items as well. You could also check Felderpost's Inn. They carry trophy items, though you'd best be rich as kings. Felderpost is in the west, closer to the south edge of town. Okay then. Finest inn would have to be Felderpost. It's also quite friendly. Lots of local color. Lower west side of town. Okay, thank you so much.
Whatever I can do to help.
Now, as you can see from this, because this is a major city and everything, the entire map is revealed right off the bat, so we know where things are, which just kind of makes sense that we would have that sort of information. But the reason we actually came here was for our ogre friends' problem. Our ogre friend's problem with, how do I put this? The spiders that had taken over her house. Yeah, that's right. I was struggling to think of what the actual issue was for a second there. But, you know, actually, I think we want to pay a visit to the smithy. There are plenty of things that I need to be selling. Especially since quite a bit of our group is weighed down by their possessions. Let's head on in and do a little bit of selling. Who are you then? That's a smith?
Just name what you want.
I hope this is the right guy. Yeah, for him.
Kiss me, blarmy. What you wish done?
Show me what you got. I have a few things I'm going to want to sell. We don't need nearly so many swords on us. So now... Imoen. Sell the bastard sword. We can hang on to the longbow, I think. Those got the long swords. Let's see. The studded leather, I think Toby is going to be taking. It'll be a nice upgrade to his current set of leather armor. That's just standard leather. That's a longbow. Jahira, what are you carrying that I can sell? A longbow. We don't need multiple longbows. And that, and a lynx eye gem. The split mail Khalid is going to get as his new armor. Eddard Silver Shield's Fibula. Wonder what that is. It's a fibula belonging to someone named Edward Silvershade, but that doesn't tell me much, does it? Right now, though, this guy carries rather a lot of magical weapons, because in terms of Baldur's Gate, +1 weapons are considered magical. He has a case of plenty where we can store unlimited bolts, but I don't need that. A bottomless bag would be nice just because of how much damn loot I pick up. That's all the selling we're going to be doing. Puts us at nearly 500 gold. Let's check out everyone's inventory for now and see how they're doing. Khalid can do the fork over of you magic items to a couple of other people. Oh. Khalid already had split mail, so I guess we can sell that off.
Ready and
Somehow I didn't realize he was already wearing that. But Khalid, if you have split mail, there's no reason to keep that. 530 gold now. And apparently he can identify items, but as it says there, identify is 100 gold per item. So really the best way to do identify is to get a mage in your party who can cast an identify spell and just essentially rest them every time they run out of identifies and just keep casting it.
oh yes.
Preferably out in the wilderness somewhere. But now that we've gotten all that shopping done, it's time to go off to the house with these spiders, which is this one right here. I'm gonna need to be careful because that house has poisonous spiders in it rather than just ordinary ones. they can poison our asses. Which has a tendency to go wrong, actually.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have to reposition a few people since I haven't quite worked out
You have need of me?
how to redo the formations just yet.
Try.
Nature's servant awaits.
Jahira is going to stay back for the time being.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
Actually, I take that back. Jahira... No, actually... Never mind. I was gonna have her heal herself, but we might need that spell for if one of us
You're
gets
a queer
poisoned.
Yes?
Just as I thought.
Speaking of, I'm going to quick save, and we're going to essentially walk in, then immediately exit.
Onward then. To the task at hand.
And indeed, the spiders will immediately pursue.
What you want? I'm gone.
Something you need.
The two of you
You've a task?
Oh,
can go after that. You cast your spell now.
Ready and able.
Now,
my heart's really
go
not
after that spider, please.
Yep. I'm done
Anyone
having
join in?
Something you need. Ready and able.
Now move on.
I care not. This way.
To
My
the
blade
next
will
spider.
cut you down to size.
There goes another.
What you want?
Come on then. 4 damage. Toby has been poisoned.
Father, but I could use some help.
Nature's servant awaits.
Jahira, please heal Toby. And our spell was cast just seconds too late. So we won, but died from poison. That could have gone better, considering that Toby still died, even though I was overwhelmingly successful.
Yes. Of course.
But I still think the same strategy works. We go in, pause, and immediately exit. Pause, and immediately run for it. Did we not give the spiders time enough to aggro on us? That must be what happened. Yeah.
Onward then.
We gotta let them aggro first, so they'll chase us. You two go for that final spider. You cast your spell.
You're a queer fellow.
Imoen, start firing arrows. I'll have Jahira on reserves, so to speak. She can sort of back up. Toby has been poisoned.
Nature's servant awaits.
Jahira, heal Toby. Khalid has been poisoned. Okay. Quickly check our bags. Who has the healing potions on them? Apparently we do not have healing potions. There goes Khalid, and there comes another restart.
You have need of me? If
So
none are
please
better-
get out of the fight.
Something you need.
Yeah, Khalid has died,
Swear you'll never
so-
get the end of it.
I'm going to restart this. I know some people are not going to like this decision, but I would like to get through this fight without actually having a party member die, if possible.
Yes, of course.
Not sure how viable that is, but I came close the first time around, with Toby only dying from poison at the last second.
Oh, yes.
So I think it's perfectly reasonable to attempt. You to attack.
You're a queer.
You start doing that. You launch your spell that I'm still not sure what you actually do.
Heart's really not in this.
Something you need. Ready and able.
What you want?
Now, Khalid has not been poisoned yet, but
Although, but I could use some help.
Toby is pretty badly battered.
Can I help you? None of
Khalid, pull out for now. Imoen, heal Toby. And she did not heal him in time. Load the game.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't dream. Oh, yes.
Now back off. They chase you.
You're a queer. This way.
Something troubling you?
There we go. Minor drain. It's like a little bit of a health drain, I think.
Award the group.
Not over. Although, but I could use ready and able.
Yes.
Toby has been poisoned. Please heal him.
You are no.
I'm getting weaker.
And
I'll
we
need a
didn't
healer.
heal him in time. Really probably should have taken that run where
Of course.
Khalid died, I suppose.
I wouldn't dream. Oh, yes.
But, oh well. Can't have everything, I guess.
Something you need.
Now,
Something troubling you?
attack
You're a
him.
queer fellow. This way.
Nature's for the
My
group.
blade will cut you down to size.
Not good. Ready and able.
Toby has just been poisoned. This is not good. Heal his ass.
I feel need healing. Lest
Failed
I
at
not
that.
survive.
So I'm going to try something ever so slightly different with our strategy.
Can I help you? If none are better.
Yes.
We're going to try to just block them in
You have needed
through
me?
positioning
But try.
so that they
Nature's
cannot
servant
get
awaits
past
for the group.
us in more than like single line formation.
You're a queer fellow.
That would be the idea anyways.
This way.
Something troubling. If I must.
I don't know how well this is going to work, but I want to
I wouldn't
attempt it.
dream of refusing.
Yes. Oh.
As you direct.
I'm going to back up Jahira a little.
Just as I thought.
They're attacking Toby, so
You've a task.
and did 10 damage.
Nature's servant as good as done.
Yes.
You go after that one now, then that one. Now get the last one.
Yes, oh omnipresent
And
authority.
Jahira, hurry up and heal Khalid.
I'm getting weaker. I'm getting weaker. I'll need a heal.
There. Unfortunately, Khalid is probably going to die from poison. Imoen has leveled up. Take your level up, please, Imoen. 25 additional skill points. I'm going to skill up Imoen in detecting illusions a bunch, a little bit in setting traps, and we'll say 5 in opening locks. We're also now able to dual class Imoen, which I do actually plan on doing, but not quite yet. I'm going to wait a tiny bit. As it says, it's significant, and only humans can do it. They'll stop advancing in their current class and begin advancing in a second, and will only gain experience in the second class. In order to actually become dual class, you have to be at least second level in your current class, and basically it's like the human version of multiclassing, as I picked with Toby at the beginning of the playthrough. Imoen is currently a thief. So what I will be doing is multiclassing her as a Mage-Thief. So she will gain the combat abilities of a mage for a while, and once we level her up as a mage to the point where she's at least a couple of levels beyond just a couple of levels beyond her current thief abilities. Once we level her up to there, she'll be able to start leveling as a thief again. She can use both abilities from both classes. And yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the ability.
You die. I swear you'll
Yeah,
never hear the end
we
of
just don't have the ability to heal Khalid.
Ready.
What you want? I'm gone.
Because none of our potions are identified, so if any of them involve healing, we don't know about it yet.
Yes. Of course.
But unlike Monteron, we do actually give a damn about Khalid. So we are going to head over to the temple and get him some healing.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
But this area is not the friendliest, so we should watch out in here. Because there are actually some vampire werewolves, or vampire wolves even, in the area. And vampire wolves are quite aggressive, is the best way I can put it. And they're also immune to all non-magical attacks.
Whatever I can do to help.
Welcome! The traveling adventurer is never turned away from a house of Lothander.
Yes. Well, I need to raise the dead. Let's see, what's the difference between raise dead and resurrection? Is another 50 gold compared to raise dead. I'm going to just do Raise Dead for the time being. Khalid is still on death's door, but he's alive, so that's something. And now that Khalid is back, we can give him his equipment. Long swords. He had bastard swords. Yeah, it was 2 bastard swords that Khalid was wielding. That's a long sword. Zar must have one of them. Is that it? No, that is a long sword. Unless one of Toby's must be a bastard sword. Let's see if I can't find it. Yeah, there we go. There you go. I could redistribute weight and everything, but there's really no need right now. I'm going to quick save the game.
Just name.
And now,
Of course.
we'll head back into the main area and over to that lady's house, because there are some things in the house that we need to obtain. Because she wanted us to pick up
I wouldn't
Her-
dream of refusing.
a couple of her things. An old bottle of wine and something of
You
her
are
husband's,
amusing.
maybe?
In a what the hell is wrong with you kind of way.
I'll not be mocked, thou most slanderous harlot.
I'm sorry, did Zar just call Jaheira a harlot? I am personally offended by that kind of suggestion, quite frankly. Now let's head in. Wrong place, it would seem. This is the house down there. And I'll be going in and retrieving these possessions, as well as, if possible, looting the spiders. Because I do believe she wanted a spider body as well to prove we'd done the deed. This Landrin. I mean... The why she wants a spider body,
Can
I really have no idea.
Something you need.
Anyways,
Onward then.
let's head on in.
Ready and able to the task at hand.
Have a look-see around. More unidentified stuff. Husband's boots. And there's the bottle of wine, but Toby needs to give over some of the stuff he's carrying to some other people first. Just so he has inventory space to pick her up.
As you
There we go. Nothing in there. So, we've cleared the place out and have what we're after. So, we can go and get paid for that when we eventually find our way back to the Friendly Arm, which may be a while. And Jaheira and Imoen conversation, it seems. I don't mean to be rude, but why do you hate cities and towns so much? Yeah, I know that you're a druid, but As humans and others gotta live somewhere, you know? It's not the fact that humans build towns and cities, but rather the manner in which they do so. Most humans construct their villages with little, if any, regard for the destruction of nature. Yeah, I guess you got a point there, but what can we do about that? Well, you can start by waving your hand dismissively. Later, when we get to an inn, I'm hungry and want to take a warm bath. Imoen, you might start by not just dismissing Jaheira's conversations when she's trying to start them. That's a good way to piss people off, you know. Here's Felder posts. Let's head to the inn. Just about half the party is pretty battered and bruised right now, and needs to take some rest. So we are going to head on in for that very purpose.
Here now, get out. I don't like your type in here.
Marl.
You tell him, Marl.
Yeah.
Whatever I can do to help.
We're not going to start anything with him right now.
Something you need?
Are you talking to me?
I told you to get lost.
Are you talking to me?
Ain't no room here for you troublemaking strangers. Yeah, no need to get all bent out of shape. There's plenty of bar for us all. Hey, I take whatever shape I want. I'm sick of you freakish adventurers going out, consorting with gods know what, and dragging your trouble back into my hometown. What do you say to that? I just do what I think is right. We solve a lot more trouble than we cause. Oh, you think it's funny, do you? You mess up the local economy with your treasure, and you upset the balance of nature, and you flash your magic around. And because of it, maybe some son thinks it's fun and goes out and gets himself killed. It's a bad example, and someone ought to kick your ass for it. Okay, I'm not going to say that, because shocking though this may be, Toby does actually have some concept of tact and knows this is likely to piss him off. We don't want to leave because we have to sleep somewhere. Hold on, everyone goes their own path and will not be held accountable for what the fates deal. He was a good boy until your kind come through town, filled his head with nonsense they did, and because of it he's dead. Now why shouldn't I take that out of your hide? If you knew him like you think, then ask yourself if he wouldn't have gone anyways. It's a calling you're born with. Nobody gives it to you. Tain't true. He was gonna take over the farm and settle down. Maybe apprentice with Thunderhammer during the winter. He never wanted to adventure. That was what you wanted, Marl. Fun's fun, but you're blaming these folks for what couldn't be helped. That boy was a firebrand if ever there was. No, he was settling down. He wanted that new plow you bought last year. I got the gold by helping clear kobolds near Olgasphere. He wanted to make a difference, make the realms a bit safer. Just like these folks, most likely. Yep, pretty much. That and robbing random nobles because I think they're assholes. But we're not going to tell them that. By Shionta, why couldn't you just stay home? The realm's calling you go. He sounds like a fine lad taken too soon, but doing what he was meant. If you'll suffer my company, I'll buy a round and toast his memory with you. 'Twould be fitting, I suppose. To Kener Nethalin, rest ye well. I would be alone for a while. Well, 'tis the calmest I've seen him in a week. Still, best you move along. Marl ain't known for his steady moods. 900 experience and a journal update.
Ready and able. Just name what you want.
Now, let's get ourselves a room Basically gonna get the cheapest one there is, because we're a cheapskate.
You've a task?
And Jaheira is pushing us towards going to Nashkel. Hold on, Jaheira, I need to level up a little bit first before we can do that.
I wouldn't dream of refusing.
And now, it's finally time to do what I said I was going to earlier. We are going to dual class Imoen. I was just waiting because I wanted to get a few other minor things done first. But we are going to dual class her as a mage. Now, what skills do we want to give him one? Let's see. Short sword is not an option. I have a pretty limited number of weapon things we can give him one. I'll give her some skill with a dagger, just so that she has some sort of weapon she can use once she inevitably runs out of magic charges. Now, the first thing that I am going to give her for a spell is Identify, because we very badly are going to need to identify a bunch of items we have on her, and I'm going to be abusing the crap out of that ability. Other than that, we could get Burning Hands, Magic Missile, or a bunch of other things over here. I'm just going to go with Magic Missile, because that's the most simplistic. We'll get Identify and Magic Missile as Imoen's first two spells, and we are now done. Items will be dropped.
I care not. I've done had enough of this.
Okay. Imoen's bow and arrow and such she can no longer use, but I'm going to have her write some spells to her book. And this is why I've been spending so much of my time collecting these spells and holding on to them. And Toby have some better armor. Yeah, this is why I've been hanging on to those so fiercely when I was not at all planning to give any of them to Czar. Because Imoen needs to write a couple of spells and add to what she can do. Write a few more. That spell's already in your book, so you can use that one. Now, Imoen needs to memorize a spell. She doesn't have it memorized yet.
Oh, yes.
So now, we're gonna head over to that area right over by the temple. The one I said had vampire wolves in it. We're going to go over there for a bit, and then I will be resting once so that Imoen can memorize her spell. And we'll just use it to identify one item and going from there. let's take a brief rest. Imoen should have her spell memorized now. Actually, I think I want to identify what this ring is first. So maybe she can identify things without the need for a spell, if they're not too complex. Indeed she can. This is just me being a bit dumb and not realizing that was the case. The potion, on the other hand, is going to need a spell, and yeah, I'm guessing Imoen just has decent levels of intelligence, and that's why it's so easier for her to identify things like that. Seems like the most likely reasoning. So we're going to spend some time with Imoen identifying the various items. And possibly doing a little bit of rest and refresh with her identify spell. And I'll actually be going back and checking what each item is, and if I want to sell it or what have you at a later date. But for now, we'll just identify everything that can be identified. And the items that have now been identified, I'm going to spread back around with party members, so they're not clogging up Imoen's inventory. And she can identify other stuff. Now let's just stack all the unidentified stuff there. And add in a few more unidentified things that Imoen can hopefully tell us what they are. Because yes, that's her job now, identifying shit for us. Did not mean to do that like that. Unidentified girdle. Though, with my luck, and hello potions of healing that I know what you are now, and of invisibility, that girdle is probably the one that switches your gender or something. So we're gonna check that first. Identify it with your spell. Yes, girdle of masculinity, femininity. It causes the character who wears it to instantly be switched to the opposite gender. Not what I'd call the most friendly item around, now is it? Now let's take the opportunity to quick save. Get interrupted by some wild dogs.
What do you need?
That's annoying.
Ready and just as I thought.
Yep.
Nature's servant as you direct.
You have need of me? If none are better.
Now.
Not good.
You're a queer fellow.
Yeah, Imoen hasn't had a chance to refresh her spell yet. But, Czar, please cast your minor drain.
Yes.
That's most of them down. Now finish off the last one.
Something you need. Onward then.
Tiny bit of experience. Imoen. Is your spell back in place again? No, it's not. We've got to do an actual proper rest and not get interrupted. So, identify that gem, please. Horn Coral Gem. So, all I'm getting out of that is it's something we can sell for a decent amount of cash. Rest again, and Imoen, replenish your identify spell. Oil of Speed, okay? That's most of our stuff identified. Now we've just got one more potion we have to identify, so it'll be one more case of rest and identify with Imoen. Cast your spell, Potion of Clarity. And right now, since I do not actually have any other items I immediately need to identify, I'm going to have Imoen swap out her identify spell for a magic missile. Just so she can have an offensive spell on her. And we've got some gnolls attacking us.
I can, but
Yes.
try.
What are gnolls doing over here? This is nowhere near gnoll territory.
Heart's really not in this.
What you want?
Oh, it's because we got interrupted that Imoen hasn't memorized her spell yet.
I've never liked the sunlight.
You've a task?
'Tis just too bright.
Really?
For the group.
He's bitching about the sun now. Oh my god. Take that and do an actual rest. Okay. That's everything we're going to be doing here, I think. So, I think I'm actually going to end this episode here. As you saw there, little bit of metagaming taking place in terms of identifying all my items, but that's really the best way to do it unless I want to be spending literally all my gold in this point in the game on identifying items, which I do not want to do. So, this has been DarkPhoenix Gaming. Thank you very much for watching the latest episode of my Baldur's Gate playthrough with Toby. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment down below if you have any tips or suggestions for me to improve my playing. Keep in mind, of course, no spoilers since I haven't played past the mines in Nashkel. And also, please subscribe to see more like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you then, folks. See you then.